$12. What you want is...
Okay. Now, you don't have to go. Come back. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. I'm just going to teach her the business. Okay? Now, those are cue cards. Okay? And that's how I find out who's on the show, because I do so many of them, I forget. This is a stage hand. That's a stage hand right there. Okay, come on over here. Right there. That's camera 3. You read that.
Joining me tonight, actor Joe Penny. Cosby Show's Raven.
See, y'all think it's easy.
Raven Symone.
It's hard.
And Billy Crystal.
But you do it well. And you know what? Everybody else has a damn show. Let's get her one. Give me Brandon Tartikoff on the phone. She should have a show up in Canada so I don't have to compete in the morning against Sally Jesse Raphael. Thank you. Let's go!
From the director of Alien, Blade Runner, and Thelma and Louise comes a voyage beyond...
I think they're right. Have you all seen it yet? Great performance. And I hate prosthetics. I don't know how he did it. We'll talk all about that. Billy Crystal!
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Now I dressed up, and I thought you were gonna have one of your great things on.
Well,
so I dressed
what's
up.
wrong with this?
No, you look good. You look good.
No, I'm insecure.
No, you look good. No, you look good.
Okay.
You know. So
you look good too.
Thanks. I've been out I started vacation the other day, so I got into my garden, which I love to do, and I grew this. I picked this today.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Now this is truth. This is a zucchini. But I wanted you to have it because this is I'm not good at growing things, including myself. And I'm vertically challenged. And this is look at this thing.
You know, man.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to go for the vibrator joke, but
it's amazing.
This is a good zucchini. I mean, you don't see this in the supermarket.
No. Look at this. Isn't this amazing?
And it has kind of a weapon kind of effect.
Yeah. So I just thought you'd like that, you know?
Well, thank you very much.
I don't know what you do with it, but, you know, it's...
Well, I'm going to keep it. And if somebody breaks in my house, they're in big trouble, you know? I'll hit you with my crystal zucchini.
Yeah.
This is nice, thank you.
Yes, well, I could have brought you something better, I guess. It looks like, remember those birds in the 42nd Street, those stores going out of business? They were like worry birds. Water, Tony Bennett as a young man, Jimmy Durant, you can do whatever you want. All right, so that's that.
Billy, I was talking about you making us laugh. Who made you laugh when you were young?
Oh, man, Sid Caesar, Mel Brooks, Carl Reiner, Jonathan Winters.
Yeah.
Jonathan was, and Cosby. When I was a sophomore in high school, I did my first stand-up thing in front of a big audience. It was a school show. Mm-hmm. And I memorized one of Bill's things, Noah, one of his most famous pieces.
Yeah.
And it killed, but it was Cosby.
Yeah.
Years later, my friends would catch up to me, and they'd start listening to him, and they'd go, hey, this guy Cosby's stealing your stuff. But I had done it. So Bill Cosby, Jonathan Winters, Jack Parr, Johnny, and all that stuff. Sid Caesar, man, was the greatest. He was the chaplain of television. When I was a little kid, I'd imitate him and always fool around in home movies. My dad always had the home movie camera on us. That, to me, was showtime. My home movies, I had, I'm a stand-up second. My Uncle Danny at a barbecue was, amazing guy. fast 8mm movies, him at the barbecue. So I would always do that stuff, you know, and then my brothers still are really funny, and we'd always imitate the relatives when they would come over. You know, I was like this, get on a coffee table and go up to my Uncle Mac and go, and it meant something in our house, you know.
We might as well go into the movie now and talk a little bit about that. The character you play,
Buddy Young Jr.
Yeah, is he anybody in particular?
I think he's a lot of people. It was very much my own invention, but I love these guys, you know, and he's a combination of a lot of great comedians. I think there's a little Alan King, there's a little Red Buttons, there's a little Milton Berle, but he's very much his own animal. To me, he's, you know, Raging Jew. That's what I think of this guy. He's very funny. He's very out there, and you know, he's of a time that I remember very well. You know, it's from the early 50s to present day is when the movie takes place, and he's just like the greatest character I've ever had a chance to play.
Yeah. They talk about Academy Award. That must be a lot of pressure. It must be scary for them to say that.
Well, it's scary. I want people to see the movie, you know. If that happens, well, that would be amazing. You know, I don't know what Jack Palance would have to say about it, but it would be great. And, but most important is for people to come in to see the movie who may think it's something else, you know, and if they come in, they'll see it's really a family story. It's wonderfully funny. But it's really about this man's relationship with his brother, his wife, and his daughter that the movie's really about. You know, it's the funniest movie I've ever been in, but it's also the most powerful movie at the same time.
Yeah, because when friends of mine first went to see it, the thing they all said was it shocked them that there are sad moments in it. I think they went expecting just to laugh and have no meaning at all.
Yeah, well, what you do, I mean, again, you know, I've been fortunate. I've been in some really funny movies. You know, Harry and Sally, City Slickers, Running Scared with Gregory. This movie is the funniest. And this movie is also the most powerful. You know, I couldn't be prouder of living through it.
Yeah, because I was talking about prosthetics. That's when they put that rubber stuff on your face and make you old or something. And it's a.
Well, we use veal, so it's actually meat stapled to my face. For about portions of the movie, I play in present day, where he's like 72 years old. It took me 5.5 hours to get into the makeup. 2.5 hours out, basically at the end of the day. So I was this guy for like 15, 16 hours a day. It's the greatest looking stuff. It looks real all the time. But to direct in that, when I would come to the set, the days that I was old Buddy, the crew would treat me like an old guy. They'd talk louder and slower than me. You know, do you want the camera here, Pop? Where would you like it? You want to sit? Tell me, do you want to see the ocean today? You know, it was that kind of stuff. They all thought I would have a nurse or somebody with me, you know. It was fun. It was great. Greatest creative time I've ever had in my life.
You know how you can tell the movie's doing well and he's real proud of it and confident? He didn't bring a clip, you know. And people usually bring like 4 and 5 clips. Could you show this one too? You know? But he knows, hey, I'm large. We'll be back with Billy Crystal.
You've seen how Pepto-Bismol works to protect this against excess acid. But did you know you can also get effective medicine in convenient, chewable tablets? Pepto-Bismol tablets. Serious medicine for your stomach.
My bleach can't cut it?
If you're cleaning greasy dirt, you know bleach alone can't cut it.
What's better than bleach?
New Liquid Comet Bleach Cleaner beats bleach clean. It's bleach for bathrooms, mold and mildew, even stains. Plus a cleaner to clean floors and get that greasy kitchen dirt. Why use ordinary bleach to clean? Use New Comet Bleach Cleaner.
Beats bleach clean.
Gateway Truck Center drives the deals home with incredible savings on Ford trucks and vans. The 92s are priced to go now. F-Series pickups, Explorers, Aerostar, Rangers. Gateway must clear up to 100 trucks by September 30th to make room for the 93s. Take advantage of no GST, 6.9% financing on selected models, or up to $1,500 cash back. And for a limited time only, no interest for 90 days and make no payments till January 93. Acres of the hottest Ford truck and van deals right now at Gateway Truck Center, 7582 Young, just south of Highway 7.
JVC, Alpine, Clarion, Gold Star, they all said yes. Over 20 major manufacturers said yes. Yes to the Factory Direct Super Sale. TVs, VCRs, car stereo, CD players up to 86% off. Buy Factory Direct at the Arts and Crafts Building, C&E. CD players, $68. Car speakers, $7 a pair. Microwave ovens, $88. TVs, $177. American shoppers welcome. The manufacturer's Factory Direct Super Sale. Thursday at noon till Sunday at 5. Arts and Crafts Building, C&E. Sponsored by Base Electronics.
Can you tell me where this mall is located? Eastern Hills? No. Boulevard? Try again. Galleria? I don't think so.
Nelson's International Fashion. 167 Walden Avenue, corner of Lathrop. When it comes to fashion, Nelson's has the
Hottest. Nelson's would like to thank you for making us #1 in Western New York.
I, Homer J. Simpson, personally guarantee that this Thursday on The Simpsons, there will be big laughs for everyone.
This is a rather shameless promotion. Hey, it worked on me.
The Simpsons, Thursday on Fox.
Is this thing on? You have the. Well, let's see. I don't know what I want to talk about the movie. Okay, let's talk about the thing.
Talk about anything you want to
the
talk
Beatles
about.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah. Now, when you opened for people, I'm sure you had many experiences following people in comedy clubs.
Well, it was when I was opening, which was harder, because when I started doing stand-up at like '74. Times were different, you know, and I would open for rock bands, and it was hard because the audience had timed their drugs for the headliner. And I'd walk out, and they go, "What is he doing on? I'm peeking!" Not him now! And it was different times, you know, and then we had some strange acts. I played on this coffee house circuit, which was a lot of colleges up and down, which was tough because I'm allergic to corduroy. And you play Boston University in the fall, the entire campus sounds like this. And there was this one act. His name was Uncle Heavy and his Singing Pigs. And he was this rather large man. He was too large, actually, and he had these pigs that would come out with bow ties and sunglasses, because that's how most pigs like to dress. And he'd hold them in a certain place, and he'd sing, and they would sing the song. So if they did like How Dry I'm, he'd squeeze, and they'd go, How Dry I'm, and that was a weird act to follow, actually.
Yeah. And actually, I was about to ask you different questions at the same time.
Well, I'm schizophrenic. I'll answer them both.
Because I also wonder, like watching the Richard Pryor interview, I was thinking about, that was the guy I hated to follow at the store. Who did you have a hard time following?
Oh, Robin. You know, or Lenny Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
Lenny was great.
Go crazy.
Go crazy, Lenny. Usually there was puppy chow or whipped cream on the stage. So it was, and he also was like hilariously funny. But you know, Robin is it's following a comet into a room. I usually hated to follow anybody. I like being the first or second guy up there and then get out, because by the time you're up last or next to last, everything's been said, every reference. And you know, if you hear it once, the second time, even if it's funny, it's not going to be as good. But Robin that's pretty great, you know?
Yeah. Do you remember your early material? You ever look at old notebooks and say, this was terrible?
Oh, yeah, it's stuff that I thought was good, too. I look at tapes of me, like, on a Tonight Show and from back in the 70s, which I thought were good. And oh, God, I look in pain. I look like I was in such pain sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I did this thing about Disneyland once that, come to think of it, it was the, you know, the ride, the jungle ride, and they go down the river and those things, and I said, they should make New York City a ride like that, you know, raise a few dollars and have boats going through Manhattan going, uh-oh, that Italian guy looks mad, look out on the right side of the bus, you know. Now that guy, actually, wait, I shouldn't have thrown this out. I'm good, it's going well, you know, it's going well, yeah, it's too weird.
Yeah, the good old days. You remember your first, you talked about the Tonight Show, you remember your first Tonight Show shot?
Yeah, I do, I got panel.
Oh, that's when Johnny says, come on over here.
Come on over here, and I was, oh man, was I nervous. I was sitting, first of all, there's Johnny, and, you know, and you would, mistake I made was going to the mark and listening for him, you know, instead of playing the audience. It went really well, and he brought me over, and I sat down, and Orson Welles was sitting next to me, and I kept thinking, this is Orson Welles and Johnny, and it was the first time I did Ali on network television, and, you know, it was 1975, and no one had been doing him, and a white guy doing him was like a whole different trip at the same time, you know? And I just laid it out, and it was one of the most exciting moments of my life to see Johnny push back off the desk and laugh, you know?
Yeah.
I said, Johnny Carson, you are the ugliest white man I've ever seen. I stumbled into that impression. I went to The Godfather, the movie The Godfather, hoping to be able to do Brando. So I started doing Brando in The Godfather, and I couldn't nail him, but it came out, Michael, I never wanted this for you. I wanted to be the greatest of all time. That's enough, because they sound alike. Yeah. You know, they do sound alike a little bit, you know?
You know, I used to watch you on Saturday Night Live, do Ali and Sammy and old Negro ball players. But what a lot of people don't know is you were supposed to be on that show the first night it came
The very
out.
first show, yeah, 1975. I got bumped. You know what happens. It's one of those things. Right before the show, they was, you know, changing the show around. It was their very first show, and I was a new guy going to do... It was Andy Kaufman and I were like guests, and my spot was a little too long, and I ended up getting bumped, you know, and then I guess things have a way of turning out for the better. I went back 8 years later, hosted it, went back 9 years later, and was a part of the company, and I'm here today. So it worked out okay. But at that time in my life, it was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
Getting bumped from anything. I don't know if it's ever happened to you.
Oh, yeah. I used to get bumped on Merv.
Ooh. Merv Griffin was my first time on television. My first time on television. I was 12 years old, 14 years old. I would go... Merv was taping a show at a place called the Little Theater in New York. It was on 44th Street. So I would get into the taping, excuse me, sit in the audience like you folks, and when it was a lull like this, in the audience, I'd go, then I'd run home. The show would be on 8 o'clock at night, and I'd sit there with my mother, and Merv's talking to Zsa Zsa, and there'd be a little lull, and you'd hear, and I go, that's me! That was one of my first appearances on television. My other was I was about 6 years old, and there was a train.
Oh, now you got all these people. Come on, I'll let you help with the monologue. Now stop.
There was a show in New York called Officer Joe. It was Little Rascals, you know, the little Our Gang company. Yeah. And he was a police officer, Joe Bolton, and he showed these films to kids. And they had like 8 kids in the clubhouse, right? And I was so nervous. I'd taken the Long Island Railroad in with my brother, and I was so nauseous from the lights and fear. And the way they started the show was he said, so, look who's in the clubhouse today. And you're talking to a funnel. And you'd say, my name is Teddy, and I'm glad to be here. And you'd pass it on to the other kid, right? I was so nervous that I threw up in the thing. True stuff. And I handed it to my brother. I've come a long way since then.
Yes, you have.
I'm okay. I'm okay now.
I got to ask you this. You got to give me a little time because we have to talk about something near and dear to our heart. You got Clipper tickets this year?
Yes, my 5th year, yeah.
Okay, and, you know, Magic's back.
I know, I'm very upset. I'm thrilled for him. I'm a Clipper fan. I'm devastated. I mean, it's so great that he's going to come back, but, you know, and everyone wishes the man well, but, you know, and I love the Lakers, too, and I go to Laker games, too, but I've been rooting for the Clippers for 5 years, and, you know, he's going to come in. The first game is the Lakers and the Clippers, but it's on our turf. Now, are you going to be there?
That's why I was asking you if you had season tickets.
I'll be
Now, let me ask you this. Are you happy with the trades? The Clippers, well, I mean, somebody was snorting fumes from a school bus or something.
Oh, don't get me started on that. They'll tell you this. I don't know what we did. I'm not sure. I love Charles Smith. I love Mark Jackson from the Knicks. It's great. Stanley Roberts, I think is going to be great. I loved the team last year. We went to the road games, you know, the playoff games, and flew with got there with hung out with the team. I love him, but Larry Brown is one of the great coaches. I've known him since I'm 5 years old.
Yeah.
We went to the same high school.
Yeah.
And I just hoped they were going to be good. But then Michael comes in, and but basketball is so great now. It's the great, you know. It's just everybody moves to their own music, and everyone has their own feel. And I mean, like you watch Michael
Jordan.
No, Michael Katz. Optometrist, backcourt man. And they move to music. Look, I'm a Jewish man asking for some funk. You know, Michael moves like this, the Jordan. It's like jazz, and then when you watch him play, it's just anything. Yeah, when he comes out, it's different.
Before we go, first of all, my battery pack, you would think with the ghetto booty I have, my battery pack would not fall off, but it comes off sometimes. And I just wanted to stop him for a minute because we should tell them to go see the movie.
Please.
It's a wonderful film, and good luck with the Clippers. Charles wanted to leave, but Larry will make it work.
I hope he will. I hope he will.
He will make it work. We're going to see that movie, right? Raven Symone next. Billy!
Controls the most dangerous weapons known to man.
Bang, you're dead.
Wake up the president.
But there's one weapon he doesn't control. Steven Seagal.
Are you some special forces guy or something?
I'm just a cook.
Tommy Lee Jones.
This is not the work of a cook. Happy trails.
I'll see you in hell, son boy!
Under Siege. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 9th at a theater near you.
Comfort in a 4-wheel drive. Amazing.
I got a big crew, and I need a lot of space.
It makes me feel tall.
It's tough, but refined. Kind of like me.
It's got it all.
Why do more people find themselves in a Ford Explorer than any other vehicle in its class? For as many reasons as there are Explorers.
Finders keepers.
Find yourself in an Explorer.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
A lot of people come to Subway for big food. They're in for a shock when they see our new 79-cent round sandwiches. Not just because of their shape, but because it's pretty amazing to think you can get a delicious sandwich on fresh baked bread for only 79 cents. They're perfect for people who don't want to pay a lot to eat with one hand. 79 cents, not since you were a little kid, has your lunch money jingled.
For more information on the new 79-cent sandwiches, bring your appetite to the Subway near you.
The race is on to make batteries that last longer. And today's Duracell batteries can even outrun the ones we made just a few years ago. Today's Duracell. You can't top the Copper Top.
Where you find the name Sears, you find names that are a promise. They're names that do what they're supposed to do, what we told you they would do. Craftsman, Kenmore, Die Hard. And the promise is, you can count on me. And those Sears brand names are just 3 of the ways we say it.
Sunday, Wanda's back.
No, don't kill me, don't kill me.
In Basic Instinct 2.
I'm gonna rock your world. Hey, kill me! Kill me!
an all-new in living color. And who's the newest nightclub sensation?
Let's see it, baby.
He's Al Bundy, exotic dancer.
There's another kind of green in my underwear now, Peg.
You've got to see it to believe it.
That's the tush that set Chicago afire.
Sunday on Fox 29.
Introduce this lady, Raven Symone. And how old are you now?
6 3/4.
Okay, 6 3/4. I wonder what I am. I'm like 40 and a half, I think. Let's talk about the show. Do you miss it, and do you miss the people?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, who do you miss the most?
Mr. Cosby.
Why?
Because he was such a good friend to me, and I was very close with him.
You're an amazing woman. This is beautiful. Where'd you get that?
Thank you. At a store. It's very nice, isn't it?
It
I
is.
like it too.
Yeah, you look adorable. Now, you're gonna sing a song? I didn't even know you sang.
Yes, I sing.
Oh, do you sing well?
Oh, yeah.
I love you. Is there an album coming out or something?
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay. Now, when will it be out?
I don't really know yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll tell me, right?
Yeah, I
And
will.
you'll come back so I can hold it up.
Yes.
Okay, now, I don't want to waste time talking because we talk all the time. I want to hear you sing.
Sure.
Okay, so can we walk over there now? Get ready for the lovely Raven Symone.
It took lawyers over 100 years to get back to doing what Abraham Lincoln did long ago. Abraham Lincoln advertised for the same reason Hyatt Legal Services does today, to bring the law closer to people. You can talk with one of our lawyers for just $20. And for cases like divorce, wills, bankruptcy, and accidents, we tell you our fee up front. Hyatt Legal Services, a good idea that just keeps getting better. I'm Joel Hyatt, and you have my word on it.
Now, when you fight greasy pots and pans, you can take the gloves off. Introducing Ivory Clear. So new and different, it's easy on hands, yet tough on grease. Ivory's targeted grease cleaners attack the grease, but not the natural oils in your skin. Now you can fight grease with your bare hands and win with new Ivory Clear. Original Ivory still available.
It took an incredible stretch of the imagination to create a car with a 125 horsepower engine that sips fuel at the rate of 5 tablespoons per kilometer. But to truly appreciate the new Civic sedan, all it takes is a remarkable stretch of road.
We're back and hotter than ever. RCA Records presents more country heat. 15 great songs by today's hottest country artists, featuring Michelle Wright, Brooks and Dunn, Alabama, Alan Jackson, Clint Black, Lori Morgan, Prairie Oyster, and many others. More country heat. 15 hot hits on cassette and CD in stores now. Also, Country Heat the Video with 7 top country stars. Thursday, Marge puts her new hobby at center stage. What about dessert?
You can put a lid on your own can of pudding.
The Simpsons. And Martin sets up Kid of Kid and Play on a dream date.
You're Sinead? Wow.
Martin. Then, will an old friend steal Alex from Rita?
You can't hold on to me and wait for something better to come along. That's not fair.
Thursday night on Fox 29.
For 5 seasons, the next guest coming out here was on a hit series called Jake and the Fat Man. He was the thin one. Yeah, you know, huh? Sunday night, he returns to CBS in a new TV movie called The Danger of Love. Please welcome Joe Penny. So, what you think? How about Jake and the Black Man?
Yeah, that's it. You know, man, I was back there in the green room when I was watching the monitor. I said, man, we all went to a sale today, man.
Yeah. Yes, he's got black T-shirts and cheap suits. Let's see. We should talk about your project because it's important to you.
Okay, sure.
Tell them what it's about.
Quickly, it's about the Carolyn Warmus case that happened in the suburbs of New York back in 1988, 89. Deals with a man by the name of Paul Solomon who lives in the suburbs of New York, has an extramarital affair with a woman, becomes really obsessive relationship, almost like a Fatal Attraction-ish type thing. It was a very well-known case, and in any event, we did a story about it. I played Paul Solomon, and pretty damn interesting, man. It's a real intense thing.
What's in the clip you brought?
In the clip, I'm with Richard Lewis, who you know real well.
Yeah.
Richard Lewis is
and he's serious in this, right?
Yeah, he did it.
No, he's not. Don't say laughing.
No, I was, you know, Richard, I've known Richard for 12 years, and he came on, and he came to do the thing, and he really shocked me because, you know, he's so dynamic, and if you know him well, you know, as you do, you know him on stage with a microphone, and he's very, you know, you're waiting for the one-liners and waiting for the punchline, you're waiting for the funny stuff, and he does none of that in this. So it was a real stretch for him, and I'm real proud of him. He did a very admirable job, and you're going to like him.
Yeah, Sandy, you can show them this clip, and then we'll go to commercial and come back with more. Yeah.
Don't tell me that you don't know what it's like. Got a good marriage, great kids, made a pile of money, but is that it? You've never felt the need to have a stranger beside you. Someone you don't know. Someone who surprises you in life, in bed. Someone that makes you want to tell all your stories all over again. You've never felt that once, Eddie.
It was the story of the year.
Hold up, buddy! I got $100 shoes here.
Star reporter Gail Gailey rescued by an unknown hero.
He pulled me out and disappeared.
And her only clue to find him
$1 million to Unanimous Hero!
was his size 10B shoe.
Come on, I'm the guy who saved you.
They found him. He saved my life.
I was actually relieved I could help.
Now she's taking this man from the streets
You didn't tell me he was so cute.
and turning him into an American hero.
I love you, John Lover. I'm not a reporter. I'm supposed to be a professional.
But she never realized one thing.
Oh, he's a fake.
The real hero is somebody else.
Are you Bernard LaPlante, sir?
Call me Bernie.
Dustin Hoffman, Gina Davis, Andy Garcia. The critics say the great American comedy has arrived. Hero is hilarious 4-star fun. Hero, directed by Stephen Frears, rated PG-13, at theaters Friday.
Frederick Miller's finest beer called for the finest grain. A search that often led far afield. It's an idea whose time has come again. Introducing Miller Reserve, an all-barley draft brewed in the classic tradition. Reserve and Reserve Light. Taste what barley does for beer.
Joy Schaefer's Easy Look number 14. Apply Dep Extra Super Hold and curl up. Dep Styling Gels for the Easy Look.
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a new synthetic oil. The rest with conventional oils. They were then drained and started without oil to prove a point. You see, Syntec's unique molecular structure bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
Have you had it up to here with frying? Shake and Bake makes crisp, juicy chicken your whole family will love. Why fry? Shake and Bake.
That, by the way, is called Danger of Love. Sunday, October 4th, CBS, 9 o'clock p.m. And when is the wedding? When you get married? Oh, don't be too disappointed.
Wait, man.
Don't be too disappointed.
He's starting something. He's starting something. I brought some cash with me, man, so don't hurt me. I got the money with me. No, I'm not getting married. He's just starting stuff. No, that big, the M word. No, not yet, not yet.
Why do guys have such a problem with commitment?
I think they're just scared to death.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. I think that women, women have their stuff together. They know what they want, and they know when they want it, and there's that nesting. And a man will be digging his heels in all the way, and he doesn't want to go, man. And she, come on. She drags it. But, you know, it's a woman that gets that nesting instinct, you know, at whatever age, and the clock is ticking, so to speak, for lack of a better term, and a woman's ready to go, and usually the man is that animal who keeps roaming. They're like dogs, you know. They're just, unfortunately, that's you know. So I've just called myself a dog, and
But it's good you're honest about the whole
man, that's
thing.
you know, people say to me, "Why aren't you married?" And my first reaction is, "Well, why? Why? I'm not ready to do that yet.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to do. Not to say that I would never do it, but I haven't met that one person yet."
You're a big Springsteen fan. Did you go check him out here?
Yeah, I checked Bruce out big time.
Yeah. Was it good? Still the boss?
Yeah, he was great. He was great. He was really excellent. He was superb. I'll tell you, it's really nice to go see an artist really do it right and lay it down right. As a matter of fact, I was talking to the band about that in the green room. He was great. He was great. He was just, I bought about 14 seats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I brought a bunch of people with me. And, you know, you can get the backstage passes, but I like to go sit with the folks and really get into it, you know, and it was a lot of fun. I had a ball.
You like his new band? I like the old
Well, I'll
guy.
tell you what. You know what? I think. I'm sorry, Bruce, but I think what happened is the E Street Band was missing. They were missing. I think he dropped the ball on that one. Those guys were, for my money, were very, 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 very missed. Not that the musicians he had weren't superb, because they were. It was just that E Street Band has a whole thing to them. They have a whole persona. Yeah. That really adds to the show, and I miss them a lot. Yeah. And Clarence Clemens and whatnot.
Oh, with Clarence not there, now I'm the only black person in the auditorium, you know? It's like, I miss the old guys.
Yeah. No, it's great. And Niels Lofgren. Yeah.
Lofgren's coming here with Ringo soon.
Really?
We're going to take another commercial, and we'll be right back.
Husbands and Wives is marvelously entertaining. 4 stars, hilarious, and the New York Times calls it uproarious, strong, wise, and exhilarating.
Here's to a good marriage, huh?
Husbands and Wives, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
Oh, here it is again.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Look at this, they're showing the trunk now.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do with those skis?
Those skis will not fit in there.
Hey, they fit.
The skis fit in the trunk.
You love discovering new friends. Your child will too, with the Disney Watch Me Talk mirror. Baby talks.
Bye-bye. What's that toy talking?
And it talks back, helping baby learn to speak.
Hey, that's me talking.
Talk about magic.
Are you talking to me?
The Disney Watch Me Talk mirror designed by Mattel, making friends you can believe in.
Have you seen it? Yeah, we've seen it. Have you tried extra classic bubblegum? We've tried it. And do you love it? We love that great classic bubblegum flavor. Everyone's trying extra classic bubblegum with NutraSweet. Classic bubblegum flavor that lasts an extra long time. So if you still haven't tried it, you're missing a tremendous breakthrough. Get classic bubblegum flavor that lasts an extra long time.
At Discount, renting a car for the weekend is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Take a minute now, listen to me. Rent for 2 weekends, the third one's free.
That's right, free. Just rent a car for any 2 weekends, and your third weekend's free. We'll pick you up and drop you off. Free. So you're free to go anywhere, do anything. Discount weekends. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Call Discount. We want your business, and we'll come right through.
And the young one. Being in the position that you're in, do you have a hard time figuring out who your friends are? You're a young man, and all these people are on your...
Yeah, it's kind of hard, because that's basically what the song is about. It's about, one thing, it's about relationships, you know, and, you know, having a hard time figuring out whether the girl really wants to have a relationship or whether she just wants the money.
Mm-hmm.
And friends, of course, it's the same thing. It's about the same thing. It's really hard. I'm going through that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing we did with Schwarzenegger like 3 weeks ago, when I arrived, you were chilling in that room, and you were like real solemn. It was dark. You were looking out the window all alone. Are you alone, or are you a real private person?
I'm kind of private. Was that my mother saying that? Uh-huh, yeah.
What, is he lying to me, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not a private person.
Yeah, he's private.
Because when I walked in, it was like the cover of the Tevin Campbell album. He was like this in the window.
Because I'm cool, man.
But you was alone, man. You don't have to be cool when you're alone.
No, I was thinking about some stuff. I always think. I'm kind of private. I'm private. What's up? She gonna say again. No, I'm pretty private. I mean, I talk to my friends and stuff, but I don't let it go as far as secrets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. How are the tracks that Prince did for your next album?
They jamming. They're just like Round and Round when that came out a couple of years ago. It was different. These tracks are different. They just slam it.
What's it like being in the studio with Prince? I mean, we only know his performance. What's he like?
Prince is cool. He's pretty down to earth, you know. He's just like any other brother out in the, you know. It's cool.
Oh no, he's not like just any other brother.
You ain't like any other brother either.
And I didn't say I was. That's the thing. And let's not talk about unique brothers, okay? Because you can't be in this business and be like anybody else. You have to be. Don't you think you have to be a little different to even be in this business?
Yeah, I think
Almost
so.
crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got to be different because everyone is used to seeing the same stuff. You want to be different, and you want to still be yourself, but don't just go out being different because everyone else wants to see you different.
Right.
Because you make money, but you still want to be yourself. But you can be different along with it, creative. You know, sometimes people get mad because you're so creative. They say, oh, they don't look right. Why you wearing that on that?
Yeah.
But you're creative, so you cool.
I think different people are attracted magnetically to this business. You all heard me say that it was his birthday, right? 16, what is it?
1-6.
Yeah, 1-6. Yeah. I got him a present. Yes.
What is it?
Well, your mother told me that you got your ear pierced.
Oh, Lord.
So I got you a big, long earring.
Oh!
See?
Let me
tell you about this now. This is one of those earrings, it go in your ear, but then it hook to your nose. So you got to pierce your nose, too. Yeah.
Right up. I like it.
It has handcuffs on it.
I like it.
If you see a crime, you can say, stop, take off my damn earring. You know, you got...
This is cool, right? Right, you like it?
All kind of stuff happening.
Cool.
See?
I like it.
Mom, you raised him so well, he's so polite. I know he hates it, and I saved the receipt because I knew he would. But it's just from our hearts. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Tevin Campbell to the return next.